What up, y'all? I got some stuff to get off my chest here. You know what I was thinking? Black people have a really big problem. We got a really serious problem going on right here. You know what that is? We whine and beg and complain too much. That's our problem. We always looking for somebody else to solve our issues. We always looking for handouts and people to give us stuff. Like with this whole, I know this is probably my third time mentioning this whole Oscar thing and stuff, but it's getting out of hand with all this, fake Negro outrage about the Oscars. I mean, nobody cares about us whining and complaining about the Oscars. They don't care about it. The Hollywood industry don't care. They'll put their token, Negro that's out in the forefront, that's up there to say, okay, we'll do better next time. But they've been saying this ever since the 80s. They bring this up. We've got to start complaining about this. And another thing that I want to say is, the reason why nobody wants to help black people is because there's no money in it. Like, black people are always, we always expecting somebody else to solve our problems. I hear people talking about how we need allies from other parts of the world. We need to do this. We need to do that. You know why that won't happen? Because there's no money in helping black people. We have nothing to offer anyone else. Like, we don't have any economic structure here. We don't have any real types of money here. The only thing that we have is to spend money with other people. And we always want people to like when black folks call for help or black folks want people to speak up or, do something other than what they've been doing, is we always want people to help us on some kind of moralistic front. I mean, every time we call for help, every time we march and pray and protest, we always appealing to people's moral values to help do stuff. But people don't care about that. People want to know what's in it for them. Like, who's going to risk their career to help a people that's not going to help them back? Why would a LeBron James or a Samuel L. Jackson or Michael Jordan or, anybody else risk their career to protest, to say all this stuff, to help black people speak up for us when they won't get anything out of it? Okay, let's say, for example, Michael Jordan did go protest in front of the police station and start talking about how, well, the white people, they did this, the white police officers need to be charged, and, doing whatever it can. And they start losing their sponsorships, or LeBron starts losing his Nike contracts and all that stuff. What do we have to replace it with? Like, where's the shoe company that black people own that say, okay, LeBron, Nike pulled your $100 million contract for speaking up for us. Okay, we got this black-owned shoe company right here that's gonna pay you just as much to advertise or to sponsorship. We don't have that. If LeBron James spoke up for us, or any other basketball player spoke up for us or did something good for us and, stuff, and then his NBA or whatever didn't like it and he got kicked off the team or got kicked out the NBA, where's the black league to say, okay, LeBron, we gonna pay you just as much as the Cleveland Cavaliers are gonna pay you? We don't have that. There's no, I mean, some people might do it. It might be right for them to help us out of some kind of moral stance. But, I mean, there's nobody going to do that. There's nobody going to help us to just out of their own good and free will, And that's why these coons, or whatever you want to call them, these coons or these sellouts, and, like your Stephen A. Smiths or your Stacey Dashes, everybody getting on her. Let me tell you what I think about Stacey Dash. Stacey Dash, I don't take her seriously at all, and nobody should take her seriously. You should just look at her comments as whatever. Don't look at her. Look at the white supremacists up there at Fox News that's giving her a platform to say this stuff. They're telling her to say this. She might as well be reading off a teleprompter when she says this stuff. Because look at her. She's a failed actress. The last real show that she was on was that Single Lady show that she got fired from, a show that's not even on. She's never been a good actress. She's always been doing B movies, B grade scripts. She's not talented as an actress. The only thing she's always had going for her was her looks. If she had the choice of being on Fox News, pandering to this Fox News crowd and this white supremacist crowd, she'd be acting or she'd be modeling somewhere if she could. She don't have no loyalty. If there was a black entity or, you know, black news station somewhere that paid her just as much as Fox News paid her, she'd be right over there saying whatever we wanted her to say. And that's the issue here. That's the issue. We need more of our own stuff to where we can support or reward our people based on help for us. We don't do that as black people. Like I said before, we always just want people to help us out of some moral stand ground, even though it ain't isn't any kind of benefit for them. Like, would you help somebody that you know wouldn't help, that you wouldn't get anything from? If you were going to be risking your job or risking your livelihood or something like that to stand up for somebody, would you really do it if there was no benefit for you? I mean, you got to ask yourself that too. So why would you expect somebody else to do it? Stacey Dash don't have no loyalty to them. She has loyalty to whoever's going to pay her. So don't even trip on what she's saying. That's just you look at the white supremacist that's putting her up there to say that. That's who you look at. She's irrelevant. What she says doesn't matter. She's saying whatever it takes to still get paid by Fox News. Same thing with Stephen A. Smith or, you know, but I will say this. There are some just right down to the bone sellouts that we have on TV. Some of them will never, some of them, I think that that's just who they are, like Jesse Lee Peterson or Larry Elder or Clarence Thomas. I don't think that anything we can pay them will get them to change their stance, because I think they just who they are. That's them down to their very core. But I think that Stephen A. Smith or Stacey Dashes or the Steve Harveys and stuff, or Charles Barkley, they're just doing that just because that's who's paying them at the moment. That's just what I seriously believe. And another thing that I wanted to say was the same thing with people who talk about we need to go overseas and get more allies. Like from who? I think they say the Chinese, or they say the other Africans over there we need to link up with. They're not going to help us either. Not unless we got something in return. The reason why these countries are allied with America in the first place is because America has something to offer. America has money. America has military might that they can offer to these countries. And that's why when people talk about going to the UN, that they'll help us. What do black people have to offer other parts of the world to help us? What will we give them in return for putting their relationship with the United States on hold to help us? I don't see anything like that. But that's my video, and hey, that's all I got to say. Until the next one, peace.